And it seems like a claim of the modern world tends to be that Christianity is incompatible with the development of science. Where does this thinking originate? Why might people be claiming it? And does this claim fall short?
Essentially, what happened is post-Enlightenment, people had this skepticism towards old ideas. And along with skepticism towards ideas of like monarchy or towards ideas of like Middle Age alchemy rather than like modern medicine, along with these kinds of skepticisms that I think were pretty good for society. There also became the skepticism towards theology in general. And so if you look at like the French Revolution, you see that they tried to really abandon God, or at the very least abandon Christianity. In the French Revolution, they changed the calendar to stop Christians from celebrating. And also, they created like SI units. There's essentially this idea after the Enlightenment that humanity could completely achieve truth through intellectualism, through empirically studying the world, and through the sort of world body of science. And along with that came a sort of rejection, in my opinion, arbitrary rejection of any kind of theological explanation. Now, the rationale behind this is that there is it's sort of an Occam's razor argument that if you can prove something naturalistically, there's no reason to say that there's anything theological about it. And I do think that there is some sensibility to that statement. For example, if I think modern medicine is much better now that we treat medicine with chemicals and with like biological things than if we just said, oh, we'll just pray over everybody who's sick. And that's not to say that God couldn't heal everybody who's sick if we prayed over everybody who's sick, but God made a natural world and God put us in that natural world, and it doesn't make sense not to study it and live in it. But science has a lot of holes that Christianity can fill and that religion in general can fill. And even if science didn't have those holes, there's nothing in science that suggests that Christianity or any religion is false. There is only scientific evidence to explain what we see in the world, but there's no evidence that says that God doesn't exist. Furthermore, there are historically documented instances of miracles and of clear supernatural occurrences. And so the atheist who rejects this stuff has to give an explanation for thousands of instances of the supernatural.